Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Castellarin here with Spring Break Story Time. Just wanted to take an opportunity to wish you all a happy spring break. Hope you guys are enjoying your Easter. And just so you know that we are still thinking about you and we miss you while you're not here at school, I wanted to read a story for you to listen to. And it is one of my favorite ones because my little boys love it. The book that I'm going to read to you today is called Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type. So we're going to read that story together. And before we get started, though, I have a couple of things that I need to talk to you about as far as word meanings. The first thing is, in this book, there is a typewriter. What is a typewriter? You have never seen one because you guys are super, super young. But a typewriter is kind of something that you had before there was a computer, and it would be used to type up letters. So I'm going to show you right here. If you look really close on the screen, you can see this is what a typewriter does.
And the freckles in our eyes are mirror images when we kiss their perfectly.
All right, boys and girls. So, typewriter, that's this thing here. Now, the next word that you need to know before we get too far into this story is the word strike. Strike is one of those weird English words that has a lot of different meanings. It could mean like in bowling, you could get a strike. That's when you knock all the pins down. That is super fun, and you get really excited when that happens. Strike is also in baseball when someone pitches the ball and the batter swings at it, but they miss it. So that's called a strike. But the strike in this book, Click, Clack, Moo, the Cows That Type, is this kind of strike. It is when people go and they aren't happy with something, so they would do what they call a strike, which means they stop doing their job because they are trying to get their bosses or whoever they're not happy with to listen to them. So in this story, you will see that there are some animals that go on strike. So here our book is Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type. It is by Doreen Cronin, and the pictures, I bet, are by Betsy Lewin. Now remember, if you can't see the pictures, you can always pause it and have mom and dad let you look at it so you can see the pictures a little bit better. All right, let's get started. Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long, he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible! Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Look, they left him a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was bad enough that the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets? No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. It wasn't this kind of strike with the bowling. It wasn't this kind of strike. They weren't playing baseball. They were going to stop doing their job. So, and you can see that. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the door. It says, sorry, we're closed. No milk today. No milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he could hear the cows, busy at work. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, The hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed. No milk. No eggs. No eggs! Cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. Cows that type ends on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. That is a fancy, fancy way of saying he was really, really mad. Look at him. You see him down there? Running away? Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. Neutral means that he hadn't picked a side. So Duck did not side with the cows or with the farmer. And an ultimatum, that is a super big word. That just means that was the last straw, and Farmer Brown said, I'm not going to give you any electric blankets. So, let's see. I'm not sure what's going to happen next. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them by the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Let's see what Farmer Brown thinks. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. Oh, look, they're all snug and warm and cozy in their electric blankets. The next morning, he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clickety, clack, quack. Uh-oh. Now, the ducks have the typewriter. What do you think might happen next? Let's see. Did the ducks get their diving board? Farmer Brown looks like he has some trouble with his animals. I hope you enjoyed this story. I really enjoyed sharing it with you. It is called Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type by Doreen Cronin. Pictures by Betsy Lewin. I hope you all have a wonderful spring break. Enjoy your time off with family. Get some rest. Have a lot of fun and be safe. We'll see you back soon. Bye.